I know you might have heard this before that design is easy, and that is actually true. What mostly affects your not being able to achieve that successful design project is your lack of understanding the problem you're asked to solve. Tunji from Caesar Graphics, welcome to my channel. I have this design I received during the week, and I'm going to review the design. I'm going to share what is working and what is not working in the design. And I'm going to show you guys the redesigned version of the artwork. And I'm sure you're going to learn from this tutorial. So let's start. I'm going to quickly review this, but I'll start with what is working in the project. All right, so the first thing I noticed that is working here is the part of the background where we're able to easily see the information on the project. The designer did a good job here where making contrasts work in terms of making the content that we have on the foreground visible in the project. All right, so our background here is simple enough for us to easily see the information in the project. Now, I'm going to quickly go straight to the problem in this project. The first thing here is the message. You see, you don't start any design project without not first knowing what the problem of the project is. And that is why, as a designer, it's always best to go ask your client question before you start any project. I notice so many of us always make this mistake of not doing this. Graphic design is a process and not a result. And that is why the decorations, all right, that you place in the project, they are not really compulsory like the goal of the project, the function, the reason why the project exists. Now, the reason why I shared all this sermon here is because of the message here. This artwork is talking about talent hunt, but the illustration here is talking about something else. So this is talking about treasure hunts. All right, so the title here is different from what this is talking about, and this, all right, they work together. Type and image, they are like husband and wife. The two of them work together. So when you combine the two of them correctly, they give you pass mark. You see, before working on any design project, it's always nice to do research on what the event is going to look like. Yes, whenever you hear talent hunt, it simply means something related to picking a star, like someone who is extraordinary. And if you really want to show that extraordinary look with design or in your project, all right, there's a way you're supposed to play with this. You see, typography are also like images. You don't treat them like the way clients, I'm talking of people who are not designers, treat type. If you go to an accounting firm, they also make use of type, but the way they see type is different from the way we see type. They see type like, okay, I just need to insert this information in my record so that people know what I want them to know about a particular record. But we designers, we don't use fonts like that. The way we use font is we use it to inform people. We use it to persuade people to do something. All right. We use it to influence people to do something. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm trying to say in the redesigned version of this project. All right, so we get calls a lot from folks who are looking forward to going to design but can't afford to pay for design school. So because of this, we decided to start a foundation where we can be a blessing to these people. Now we're looking at getting some tools in order for us to meet our goals. And this is where we need you to support us with your donations. So if you have any amount you think you can support us with, kindly make use of the account details on the screen if you're in Nigeria. And if you're outside Nigeria, you can use the seller link below the account details. Every amount that comes from you will be highly appreciated. So let's continue the tutorial. So here is the redesigned version. So I'm going to make you guys see my process and why. So I always like to start with the background. I still use the same elements from the designer's project. And the reason why I still use the background here is because I don't want my background to look too flat. So I like the texture we have on the background image. Yeah, you guys can hardly see what is there, and that is the goal. The goal is not for you to see what is there because it's the background. So the reason why I use it is because of the texture that we have on the background, which is all these lines, this stroke and everything that we have there. Then we now get to the frame. I really want to draw the attention of my viewers to the information that I place in my project. That will now take us to the title. Now look at how I play with the title. Now see guys, this is not the only solution to making this look the way I design it. There are so many concepts on the internet that you can use to achieve this. This is just like a quick design to make you guys know how to play with projects like this. I want to make this clear to you guys that typography are also like images, and that's the reason why I decided to play with the title this way. And because it's a talent hunt project, all right, I introduced the use of star in order to really create that impression that whoever wins this contest or this competition is actually a superstar. All right, and that's the reason why I introduced the use of star in the project. Now, the part where the designer used lines to separate this information here, I decided to arrange them this way. Why? Because these features are not too much. And then we'll now go straight to the date, where I introduced the use of hierarchy here. I designed this in a way that I want this to be the first thing that the people see or the end user will see. And then I decided to make this the second. All right. And this third. All right. Now, we'll now get to the sponsors. So the reason why I put the sponsor logo here is because I need space between this and whatever I'm going to place next to it. And that's why I decided to place this here. This space here is visual silence. Okay, so then we can now have the logo here. You'll notice there's this texture on the title. So the noise effect I added to the project is what gave that effect. I'm sure you picked something from this tutorial. And if you do, kindly give this video a thumbs up. You can also drop a comment. Now, if you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. Let's help other creatives. Share this video with any designer you know who is fighting with understanding how to achieve successful design projects. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.